Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Events Committee meeting, 21st February. I'm going to call this meeting to order at 7:12 p.m. And as we always start with the territorial acknowledgement, I would like to say we respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katzie nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. I'm going to start with the roll call of attendance. I'll start with myself. My name is Vaibhav Arora. I'm the VP Events and Student Affairs. My pronouns are he, him, his, and all my access needs are met. Next on our list is the Vice Chair and the Science Undergrad Society Counselor, Ayo.
My name is Ayo. My pronouns are he, him. All my access needs are met.
Thanks, Ayo. We don't have Saniha here. Next on the list is Bachelor of Environment Counselors, Diana.
Hi guys, my name's Tiana, she, her pronouns, all my access needs are met. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana. We'll move with our student at large body. Sean, you're number 1 on the list. You can go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean. He, him, his pronouns, and I may have to leave the meeting at 8 to go to a show later downtown. That's all.
All good. We'll make sure we'll be end before that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Shruti, you're next on the list.
Hi, my name is Shruti. My pronouns are she and her, and all my access needs are met.
Thanks, Shruti. Next on our list is Andrea Bui.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Andrew, and all my accessibility needs are met. I also might need to leave at 8 as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. We'll move with our society staff. First on the list as our Member Services Coordinator, Events, Dipti Chavan.
Hi everyone, this is Dipti, pronouns she, her, hers. All my access needs are met.
Thanks, Dipti. And our Administrative Assistant, Simar.
Hey everyone, I'm Simar. My pronouns are he and him, and all my access needs are met.
Thanks, Simar. Is there anyone who's left for their introduction? No, right? Okay. Okay. So we have regrets from our. Oh no, it was from the previous meeting, so we have to change it. Simar. Tiana is here in the meeting, so we would have to change this. Line item 3.3. I'll move to the consent agenda, which says be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. And we have matters arising from the minutes from our previous meeting, 31st January 2023. And also we have the ratification, which we will have to cancel because Tiana is there in the meeting. I'll seek unanimous consent for this. If anybody wants to dissent, please let me know or raise your hand. Seeing none, consent agenda is carried. I'll move to the adoption of the agenda. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 sec. Sorry about the hold, guys. So we are going to move to the adoption of the agenda, which says be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. Agenda was already sent to you guys, so if you want to take a look. I'm going to move this. Can I have a seconder?
I can second.
Shruti seconds that. I'm going to open the floor for discussion. If anybody wants to have any questions on the agenda, feel free to raise your hand or list yourself in the chat. Or if you want to amend anything onto the agenda, now is the time. Seeing none, I'm going to move forward to the voting. I'm going to seek unanimous consent since we saw no dissents before. If anybody wants to dissent right now, or you can please list yourself in the chat or raise your hand. Seeing none, this motion is carried and the agenda is adopted. I'm just gonna wait a quick minute because Mishika is joining, and then we'll have quorum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we can have our new business as well. So just be patient with me, guys, for another minute. Or what we can do is I'll amend, I will move to take item number 10 to be 11 and 11 to be the new number 10, and we'll move discussion items before new business. I'll move that. Can I have a seconder?
Yeah, I can second.
Shruti seconds that. I'm going to open the floor for discussion if anybody wants to ask any questions on that. Otherwise, we'll go to the voting. Seeing none, I'll seek unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please list yourself in the chat or raise your hand. Seeing none, this motion is carried, and we'll proceed with our discussion items. That's our new number 10. So the new number 10.1 is Holy event, which was brought up by me. And I'll start on that. So since you all know, we are coming up with one of the biggest events for the year, right? This event is a cultural event, and event is celebrated by with colors, applying colors on each other's cheeks, and it's basically a cultural representation of good over evil. I already showed you guys the video last meeting. How is it going to look like? But the thing now is that we are looking forward to kind of like sell it more, the best we can right now, because we have just, I would say, how many days? 12 days left, and we have to sell almost like 3/4 of the tickets. If you can promote it on your social media, that's like a must thing right now. Keep promoting it every single day. If you can see my Instagram stories, right, I'm just promoting it every second, like every single day, and then like sometimes twice a day as well. It's just about like letting people know that we are coming up with that event in like almost after 5 years, and it's just not about like having this event. It's just about continuing this event for next like couple of years as well, like forever, I would say, because we need that vibrancy back on campus, and student society is an integral part to do that. They're just basically supposed to, especially the events committee and the events team, they are supposed to do something for students that they can kind of like remember for ages. So I am also seeking volunteers for this event. Like I know pretty much like 7 or 8 out of you guys are coming on that event, but the list is still on the Excel sheet. It's already in the messenger group chat that we have. Put your names if you haven't yet. I want someone to lead the event, the volunteers team. Mishika said she wants to basically lead it. She is there, so just give me 1 second. Hey Mishika, we were just talking about Holi, so we're just seeking people who wants to be the leaders for this event, who wants to lead the volunteer teams. There will be almost like as many as 25 to 30 volunteers for this event. 9 almost like out of our team, 9 from the club that we have, that we are collaborating with, Indian Student Federation. And then we will hire some volunteers as well for this event. So I need someone who is like pretty strong on their kind of like their, I would say, what they are like told about, right? So if we just ask them to do a certain thing, if they are like, they can stay strong on that. And if you want to lead that event, you're most welcome to just like raise your hand now or list yourself in the chat, because that event is going to be like jam-packed with people, almost 200 people we are supposing to get there. And it's not easy to handle that. So we need someone who can like be really strong that day, and can say no to people who are not gonna like behave properly, right? And train the volunteers well. So we have almost like 25 to 26 volunteers, right? So somebody who can lead the team of that 26 people. I will be there for sure, like I have to be, but I want someone who can work without any like, I would say, what do you call it?
From start
Any,
to the end.
yeah. So event starts at roughly like 11-ish, and then we will be ending the event at 3:30. But I need you people from roughly 8:30 to let's say 6 o'clock at least. So it's one of the biggest events, so it's worth the time. Dipti, you have your hand raised if you want to go next.
Yeah. Look, can I also add that I'll be helping event lead. We
Yes.
will draft up duties for all the volunteers. We'll also work on the duties and who goes where, when, what, everything. So it's not only for the day off, but if you also have time before, we would really like to sit with you and we'll take you through the site and then we'll explain everything that is happening at the event. So you'll be a point of contact for the day off for all the volunteers along with me and me.
There you go. More support. What else can you expect, right? So you're gonna be given like everything which all the volunteers are supposed to do. We have to just mentor that, like we have to just like kind of monitor that what's happening, right? And you have to make sure like everybody is doing the proper job. Like it's not like it's not a strict thing, but it's just like we have to make this event successful no matter what. Like this is only like this opportunity is not given every year, so we have to just make the best out of it. And since like SFU is on page, all the other parties, all the other stakeholders are on page with us. It's the best time to prove like what we kind of like have in ourselves here. So anybody who wants to take a lead, just let me know right now, since we are on recording as well. I would love to have someone. Mishika, time commitment is from 8:30 to 6 that day. It's a Sunday though.
Can we do it as a pairs?
Sorry, what is it?
Can we do it as a pair?
Of course, yeah, you
As
can.
a three,
Of
4
course.
people
Why
in a
not?
team. Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, but you have to make sure like if you're committing to it, you're also like sticking to it as well. Because I don't want like the last minute. Sorry, because this is something like we are not left with too many days now. And I have to build that team like in these 12 days. So we have to build that team and we have to make sure like we stick to that, because it's the matter of professionalism for like from now on.
I think I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, sure. And you're the one, Mishika, you said you want to do it. Are you still interested?
I am not very sure yet.
Okay.
I have a lot of commitments that week. Sorry.
No, all good.
Anyone want to
Andrew,
ask me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Andrew, you're on the list. Anybody else who wants to take a lead? We have a strong team here. What's happening? Aya, do you want to take a lead?
Sure. Issues, I have a midterm the next day, so I probably would have to dip early, but I'm fine with taking it at least for like the initial period. I can work 8:30 to like maybe 12.
No. Then I won't suggest you taking this, because I need people like after the event, because the main role is after the event. During the event, it's fine. I can handle that, but it's just after the event we need the team. Anybody else? Sean, Shruti, Tiana. I'll also reach out to Nancy. She was interested as well in the first place, so I'll see if she's the one who wants to do it. Io and Nancy are the upcoming VPs as well, so make sure like you're taking adequate kind of like responsibility, so you can just figure out what's the next year is gonna look like. So anyways, okay, so sorry, what is it?
I do not believe.
Sean, I can't really hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, I was gonna say that I can help lead.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
what I want. That's the spirit.
You said from 11-6, right?
Like roughly 9 to 6 though.
That's okay.
Perfect. So Sean and Andrew, you're on the list. I'll like even though you guys are coming, I would really appreciate other guys coming as well. Shruti, you have put your time from, I guess I can see the list right now. If that's not in front of me though. But yeah, for whosoever like who hasn't put their time for that day, if you can just like put the time, we can give you other responsibilities. There are tons of opportunities and responsibilities for this event to learn, like, you know, how big events work. And then we will have a couple of booths where we will be selling paints, sorry, like paints, right? Yeah, paint packets, color packets, not the paint one, sorry, color packets. And you can take an opportunity to kind of like lead that as well. Shruti, go ahead.
Would we get time to like enjoy the event, or are we just like working the entire time?
You'll get a little bit of time. It's not like we will be enjoying the entire time, but we'll make sure, like, you know, everybody gets it done. Yeah. Again, we are organizers in this event, and it's a tough task. So it's a big event. If we get this event successful, right, there's tons of time to kind of like, you know, enjoy after that, and I'll make sure, like, you know, everybody gets a part of it. So anyways, other than that, Dipti, do you want to talk more about it?
Yeah, I'll just add up that even if you cannot commit the whole day, if you can just come for the last piece, and Shruti, yes, definitely we'll make sure all the volunteers working on it will also be able to enjoy. Because all of our events have been really I would say joyful, and we have had a lot of fun. So definitely this is one of the events as well. We will take turns. The only thing I see right now is the color booth, and we want our events committee to lead the booth rather than be giving it out in someone else's hands, because we have been working on events since the beginning of your tenure, I would say. So even if you can work on a bit, like Ayo said, you can come in the morning. So Ayo, if you can come from 8:30 to 12, that would be a great help. You have people to help now set up. There's nothing heavy lifting, no setup, no big setup that we have to do. We have facilities doing all the setup. Fencing people will put a fence. We have staging people, they'll do the stage and all. All we have to do is who goes where in the beginning. When we start the event, the main thing would be color sales. That's the one of the thing. Another thing we want our volunteers will be at the entrance, making sure that people have their tickets up, and we have bands as well. So we just give them a band along with the security guards that we will have. We have 14 security guards as well. So the event is really safe. We have guards doing other duties as well. And if you can come at the end as well, so event ends at 3:30. So if you can spare some time starting, say, 2:30 to 4 o'clock, or say 5 o'clock, that would also be good, because at this time, we would need volunteers to direct people their way to the residence, which is not through the SFU buildings. We want to make sure we will also have some of the volunteers stationed at 2 doors that will be open that day, just so people, if they have played colors, they're like, really colorful, they do not go through the SFU building. Now, we do not see lot many people going to the building as such, but just in case, so that is what we are actually looking forward to from our volunteers.
Yeah. Thanks for continuing it, Dipti. As Dipti mentioned, we need volunteers to kind of make sure nobody's bringing in booze, just like we are checking that, like, we're not touching it with anything. We're not asking you guys to touch anyone or touch anyone's things. Just make sure, like, if you find anyone who's like kind of like drinking, or like, that this event is strictly non-alcoholic. So If you can please let us know, like, just text in the group or something, like, just keep an eye on everything. Make sure like sales is going okay. We are not like, just like doing someone favor, because there have been events like, where like people have been, not our team, but other teams, basically like other, where people just like allow their friends to come in and just give them extra packet of colors. So we just want to be like really kind of like strict on that. And then after the event, I guess Dipti mentioned, we need to make sure that everybody is just going straight to the residences without going in the university, because there have been instances in the past where we have like issues with people going into the campus and then just messing up things, and we just need to avoid that strictly. That's how we can like make sure like we will have it next year as well. The safer we have this one, the better, like it's for next year's as well. And that's pretty much the roles are, and the leads are going to be basically like mentoring people, and like they're going to just like see who is, if the people, if the like the person who is supposed to be standing at the booth of like color booth, is he there, and then like other people, like other responsibilities, are the people doing their own jobs. That's pretty much the role for the leads is. So Andrea and Sean, stay in touch. I have other volunteers as well. Shruti, you're gonna come in that day, right? And then I have other names as well. Mishika, Nancy on the list. I have you on the list for whatever hours you want to come. And we'll figure out that. Yeah, that's not a problem. So we'll start our, like, we'll have another meeting, like not like the events committee meeting, but just the volunteers meeting after this. And I'll just get the other team, like the Indian Student Federation team, to be also present in that meeting. So we can have like, we can decide on who's gonna do what. Okay, any other things on this? Any other questions? Anybody? You can list yourself in the chat or raise your hand. Seeing none, I'll move on to the next discussion item, which is still figuring out. It's 10.2, run for students' mental health. It was 11.2, but since we moved the discussion items before new business, it's going to be a new 10.2, run for students' mental health. So guys, this event is being planned for 25th. I am starting a chat with the other departments of SFU who have done the Terry Fox run. So this event is basically like, how there are runs for different causes, right? Run for cancer, run for wellness, and run for like, I'm just like, we are just planning a run which is going to be focusing on students' mental health, and that will be titled Run for Students' Mental Health, right? We are trying to collaborate with organizations like CMHA, Canadian Mental Health Association, and we are trying to connect with other departments of SFU Ancillary, SFU Transportation, and all those people, like, who can help us make this event possible. The chats are on, like, going on between different departments. It's just we haven't gotten a certain yes or no yet. The date we have planned is 25th of March. It's a Saturday, and most of the people, I can expect them to be off or free from their jobs as well, and from the university work. And there are going to be no midterms after that as well. So it's probably like the last 2 weeks of the classes, right? So I can expect like no midterms after that for sure. I brought this motion just in order to make you guys aware that we are bringing something like this. And if you have any ideas like what we can do on this event, you have the discussion floor, like you can list yourself in the chat. And it's a great initiative. We are also like, trying to, like, one event is our, like, going to be the fun event for students where they can come and party, and the second one is our social cause, where like people are also aware that students go through basically mental health issues, and what we can do to address that openly. So this is a great issue, not a great issue, a great cause, which we can kind of like put our efforts in. Any ideas are welcome. Like, if you have any ideas, like if you have seen other places where the runs were held, what did they do, and what we can do to make it better.
Is it something that health and counseling is doing as well?
We are reaching out to them as well.
Arts House.
Yeah,
We have
so they are
collaboration.
possibly going to be a part of it as well.
Mhm.
So for this as well, we're going to need volunteers. We're going to need like leads for volunteers, right? Like we need to make sure like people who are going for a walk with us are not, just going on the roads. They're safe. We will have traffic control, collaborate with us as well. We'll make sure like everybody's safe, pretty safe, and we are not violating like any city rules or something. So we'll make sure that of that. But it's just like if volunteers can come up, we'll distribute some goodies or like those merchandise at the end. Like basically we'll print some merchandise for this event, especially like Run for Students Mental Health, something like that. So we can carry this forward as like basically even every semester or like every year, because this is a great cause. And no matter like what the timings are, like students do have the mental health issues, and we will ask people to bring their like concerns, or like if they want to be anonymous, like they can reach out to us. We will also try to have like a speaker at the end of the event, so when everybody comes back to where they started from, we can have a speaker who can speak on these issues, and what everybody goes through every day. So like how students are vulnerable to mental health issues, and what we can do in order to make sure like we're helping each other out. Any thoughts on this? Any discussions? Dipti, if you want to talk about this. It's a great opportunity. I would say it's a great opportunity for you to kind of like take a lead in this, because you are the upcoming VP events, and it's good if you can be a part of it, and if you can learn about like how things work within SFU and outside SFU. And most probably this is going to be my last event as well before I leave. So if you can learn from me through this event, that would be great for you as well, and for the next team as well. Yeah, any discussions? I'll give 10 seconds. If not, you have my messenger. If you come up with any idea, I totally get it. It's not spontaneous, but if think about it, give it a good thought. If you have any ideas, if you have seen any other runs like where people brought something different, we can do that as well. And I'll wait for it like before the end of this month, and then we'll start working on like how to promote this event. All right, I'll go back to the new business now. That is our line item. That is our item number 11, and the line item 10.1 says SFSS events budget for SOCA. It was submitted by me. It says, whereas SFSS SOCA reached out for support in their Black Awareness Month movie night event, whereas SOCA would like us to sponsor the drinks for the movie night. Be it resolved to approve $100 for this event from the events committee budget from line item 817/20. I'll move this. Can I have a seconder?
Yeah, I can second.
Shruti seconds that. I'm going to open the floor for discussion. If anybody wants to ask any question on this, let us know. Seeing none, I'm gonna seek unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please list yourself in the chat or raise your hand. Seeing none, this motion is carried. And we are going to move to adjournment, because this was last thing in our agenda. If anybody has any questions, just let me know before we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to move to adjournment. So it says, be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 7:41 p.m. I'm again going to move that. Can I have a seconder?
I can second.
Shruti seconds that. Thanks, Shruti. Opening the floor for discussion. if anybody wants to say anything on this, or like if you have anything specifically related to adjournment, list yourself in the chat. Seeing none, I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please list yourself in the chat or raise your hand. Seeing none, this motion is carried and the meeting is adjourned. I'm going to stop the recording.